Hey YouTube, hey believers, non-believers, and everyone in between. It's me, and I just left the doctor. I've been sick. Have like a cold, or I think it's this pollen. I live in the south, and the pollen, the trees, the flowers. It's just, oh my goodness. So I've got like a prescription for like antibiotics and stuff, but I can't stop sneezing and coughing and stuff. So anyway, but I was thinking about this. I'm running out of events to talk about. I've had some weird stuff happen, and I just like to document it and talk about it, and so that people will see that when you become I think that you become a Christian, sometimes you are open to seeing things that probably other people don't see or feel or hear or come to a knowledge in their mind what's going on. But I do want to talk about the one thing with the there was a couple things I've been thinking about with the once saved always saved thing, and then losing your salvation thing, and I had somebody kind of give me some kickback about it, but and that's okay. We're all trying to figure this out. We are. Everyone experiences in life is not the same. So what I was going to say is the experience I had when I received the Holy Spirit, and I told you when I received the Holy Spirit, okay, for one thing, I was not raised in a Christian home. I wasn't raised around any Pentecostals. I wasn't raised around any Baptists. I went to church with my grandmother a few times, but I did not grow up in a Christian home. I did not see anything religious wise growing up other than that couple of times I went with my great grandmother to church. So when I was saved, I didn't had no like reference. Whatever happened, and it really happened. I'm not making any of this up. I'm not doing this channel to build a channel. I'm not trying to be popular on YouTube. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just documenting what happened to me. My experiences. Everyone's experiences are different. But, don't judge someone else because their experience is different. But that experience I had, the feeling, and I felt it felt like the tingling, the fire going through me. I guess they call it the fire. So I've done a lot of research since that happened. I was like, because I didn't understand what had happened. And the fire that goes through you. Excuse me. Okay, so, I fell into sin. In some other videos, I talk about how I backslid and fell into sin again. And living in the world, sort of, kind of living in the world, coming back, living, back and forth. Getting close to the Lord, fall back into sin, and I told you I had a stronghold, like a bondage, yoke bondage on me for sin, this particular types of sin. It's not like what you think. I've never been a drug addict. I wasn't killing anybody. I wasn't doing any stealing and all that. It's just this particular sin that I had a problem with. Anyway, so if you can lose yourself, if the Holy Spirit leaves you and comes back, okay, so all of a sudden you start getting to sin, you're like, oh, I lost my salvation. Whoop, where'd it go? See how silly that sounds? I lost my salvation. I went too far into sin. No, when I was living in the world, I was miserable. I never really turned my back on the Lord because I never could forget. I just never could sin happily. It always pierced my conscience, like every single time. I never could live the way I did before I became a Christian, okay? It felt very unnatural, okay? Then, I'm not a very good speaker, y'all. I'm sorry. I am not one of these gifted speakers that speaks fluidly, and I know I have this. I'm not a very good speaker. I'm sorry, forgive me, but it's just not my gift. So, when I did get close to the Lord a few times in this past time, I didn't feel that initial feeling of the Spirit, the burning, the fire going through. I didn't feel, and my life didn't change drastically like it did the first time that I was filled with the Spirit, that I was actually saved or born again, whatever you want to call it. I never had that experience again. So the way I see it is that he never left. The Holy Spirit never left me, never left my body. Even though I was sinning, he never left. Because don't you think every time that means you got to do the whole process of being a new creature again. You got to be a whole new process of born again. It's a whole new, it's a process. It's an event that happens, and it happens quick. And I never had that happen again. It was a one-time thing. He never left, come back. I think if I was going to be filled again with the Holy Spirit, I would have felt it that way again if I had lost him, if he had left me. Do you see what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to get all this out because I'm going to stop making videos after this, I think, because I'm running out of events to talk about. But I was going to talk about the one time that I think I saw a UFO. This is not written in stone. I think it was a UFO. And I'd never seen one since. I've never seen one again. But I think it was a UFO, and I'm going to tell you what happened. This has been about 10 years ago. Not far from where I used to live. I was going down this. It's a long road, a long winding road. And the guy that I used to live with for 9 years, I was following him. It was night, okay? I was following him. He was in front of me. We're on the same road. And then we come up to this place, and it's like a pond on the right. I've been going down this road since I was a teenager, okay? So I was a kid. But on the right, there's this pond, and there's some houses that surround it, and it's kind of wooded. But you can see the pond. And I was driving up through there. It's like a clearing. And I see this triangle of lights. It looked like, I was like, what is that? Is that a plane? But it was right above the trees, and I was like, what is it? And it was just like, it was moving real slow. Like, super slow. Like, and I'm like, what is that? And it was like these lights were like going around it, and it was like it looked triangular to me. And I'm thinking, why doesn't this guy see? I'm like, he's still going normal, and I pull over at a church because I roll my window down. I'm like, why don't I hear anything? I didn't hear anything. If a plane's that close, you're gonna hear it. Okay, it was right above the trees. And I'm looking over there, and I didn't hear anything. And, then I got out of my car. I was looking at it. And I'm like, how did he not stop? And that thing maybe everyone can't see them. Maybe just certain people can see them. Maybe they're just don't. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know why he didn't see that. Or maybe he just stupid and didn't see it. But I jumped back in my car because I thought, you hear about people being abducted and stuff. I'm like, this is weird. I'm leaving. And when we finally got home, he was there. I said, did you not see that thing? How could you not see that? He didn't see it. He did not even see it. I'm like, I'm not seeing things. It's right there. It was very big, and it was pretty big. It's probably big as a house, the width of it. I couldn't see the top. I just saw the bottom part of it. There's like a black thing with these different colored lights going around it. So that's my UFO story. Take it any way you want to. It's what I saw. I'm not making this up. This really happened. I don't know. Could it have been like a hot air balloon, or could it have been one of those drone things? I don't know, but it was so big. I really thought it was a plane, but it was right above the trees, and that's not too far up, and it's gonna make no noise at all. So that's it, y'all. God bless. I don't know if I have any more stories to tell. Like I said, things that are extraordinary do not happen that much. Oh, I do have my doppelganger story I'm going to tell. I'll probably do another video on the doppelganger I saw. I've seen 3 doppelgangers that I thought were other people, and they weren't them. And it really thought they were them. I saw them, and it wasn't them. So, yeah, I'll do that one next, and if I think of anything else. Okay, y'all. Take care. Be blessed. Have a good weekend. Bye.